What's going on YouTube? Chris here. Want to bring you all an update today of some more altcoins. We're going to go over Litecoin, Link, Digibyte, and XRP. Those are the four we're going to be looking at here. I want to start in with Litecoin on the 1-day time frame. So that's where we're going to begin here. And for Litecoin, what we've been looking at is to try to get a bounce right around the area that we're sitting at right now, off our 15 moving average, which is at 59.80, which we're trying to close up above today. Also between that 57.08, right around this 30 EMA. So that's the area right now, guys, is what I'm looking for, is to see if volume is going to come back in that area. This is going to be our next higher low, just like we had last time with these 3 wicks down here off this 30. So I'm looking to see if that's going to happen again. If we do break down through there, I'm going to look back to basically around $50 psychologically for us to hold for Litecoin if we do have a downside break. Now to the upside, if we do get a bullish candlestick formation and we close up above the 15 here on heavier volume, maybe even a little stock cross, I would target up around $63.75 is going to be the next overhead resistance area that we need to get through. So you can see we had our downside cross right up here, and that correlated with a very bearish candle. So that was showing us that we may have some selling pressure, and that's exactly what happened back down into this area, because Litecoin previously hit about 69.24. So that was a really nice run for Litecoin, guys. I mean, when Litecoin runs, it runs extremely hard and extremely fast, and that's why I do like trading it. It's one of my favorite coins to trade. So if we take a look at our trading view here, I want to get into some of the technicals with you. We are looking at an 8 sell, 10 neutral, and a 10 buy. Oscillators 2 sell, 9 neutral, 0 buy. Moving averages 6 sell, 1 neutral, and a 10 buy. So that's where we're just waiting. This is a time to be patient and be careful right now. We're just going to have to see if we can get that higher low. That's what I'm going to be looking for. So if you guys get some from that, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We're going to move on to Link next. Take a look there. And Link is having some more volume coming back into it today, which is a good thing. And what you can see here on the 1-day time frame, this is exactly what you'd be looking for. We want some more volume as the day continues, but if we could basically get almost a bullish piercing pattern or a bullish engulfing candle off this 30 moving average that we wick down to, and then today get that bullish engulfing or bullish piercing pattern with a stock cross here, that may be enough to start having us go back up and challenge 1928. It's just going to depend. We've had a lot of dumping here. You can see heavy volume. So now we're going to see what type of bounce that we actually get off of this, and if we can get back up above this 15 moving average. Typically when we have retracements, it's going to be back between that 15 and that 30. You can see how we wicked down to the 30 twice last time. We hit the 30 again, so that's always where I like to put those buy orders as well. But we're going to have to see if we get that bullish continuation off here, but what we're going to need is more volume for that to happen. So really pay attention to the candle close today on Link and how much we penetrate into the previous day's candle. That's going to tell you a lot about what's taking place there. If we take a look at the technicals for Link, we're looking at a 2 sell, 9 neutral, 17 buy. Oscillators 1 sell, 8 neutral, and a 2 buy. Moving average is looking good there, so no problem there. Next, we're going to move on to Digibyte. Take a look at this. Let me find my Digi here. And if you're here for Digibyte, let me know down low and what you've been doing with it. Have you just been hodling it, holding? What are you doing? Are you trying to trade it? I know it can get a little sticky trading it just because basically the volume can be so low at times, and that's where you can really get into some trouble. You know what I'm saying? The price can really fluctuate around a lot. It's not like Bitcoin that has all that liquidity, so that's where you have to be more careful. So for Digibyte up here, since our tweezer tops, we've had a pretty good sell-off. Let's see here. We've dropped about 21%. So now what we're looking to do is see if we can find that support off this 30 or this 60 if we do continue to drop down. If we drop down to the 60, that's going to be at 0.02587. If Bitcoin can continue though, guys, even if we do have a little bit more of retracement down here, I think we're going to get that next leg up and challenge this high again. And that high was up around 0.03698. It just happens. I mean, you can see last time when we had a nice little run here, came all the way back to that 30, exactly where we're sitting now. So you always need those retracements, but we have broken out of that symmetrical triangle there. And Digibyte is a good project in my opinion, one that you just rather hold more so than trade. And that's also just my opinion, not financial advice. It's just very difficult to trade this when some of the wicks can be up to 25-30%. You can't really put stop losses in, and that's a tough thing when you can't put stop losses in and the swings can be so up and down. So it's better just to hold on to them if you believe in it. Excuse me. So for the technicals here, we have an 8 sell, 10 neutral, and a 10 buy. Oscillators dead neutral there, and moving averages 7 sell, 1 neutral, and a 9 buy. So those are the areas I'm going to be looking at for Digibyte. Next, we're going to move into XRP. Take a look at Ripple here. We're sitting around 28 cents. We're sitting directly off this 30. Same, you can see a lot of these coins, we've really retraced back to that 30 now. So we're having that deeper retracement. Thing with XRP here is we've had a double top. So you can see we pushed up to around 0.32252, and then we did it again right here about 2 weeks later, and we tried. So now what we're trying to do is hold this support so we can go back up and try to tackle it again. And that's the thing, guys, when you have those failures, now we have to try to get up over top. And if we don't get over top of it, and that's the third time that we fall, then you can really get those big drops to the downside. So I do want you to be aware that we had some longer wicks here, but now it's kind of just bouncing in a channel between roughly about, we'll say, 0.27701 we're going to want to see hold there, and then up there around that 0.32311 stock. We are in oversold conditions. We're at 2.77 and 3. If we take a look at our technicals here, we're at 9 sell, 9 neutral, 10 buy. Oscillators 2 sell, 8 neutral, 1 buy. Moving averages 7 sell, 1 neutral, 9 buy. So this is just that waiting period, guys. We're just really calmly waiting. A lot of people in positions waiting to see if we're going to get that continuation, that next pump to the upside, and typically it would be off this 30. We really get a lot of bounces off the 30. If we could drop down, I would look to that 60, then around 25 cents psychologically is what I'm going to be looking at there, and we need heavier volume to come in. So really pay attention to these areas, guys. God bless each and every one of you. Take care.